What up guys, Roots here again, and today we're going to be talking about the 1.8.2 update to Minecraft on the Xbox 360. I am actually in creative mode right now, which is probably the biggest addition and one of the most anticipated ones for this game. This here is a little addition they added also. It's called a bonus chest. I don't know if I can access that in creative mode without destroying it, so we will leave that for just a moment. For those of you not familiar with the PC version of this, creative mode basically lets you destroy anything in one hit, as you can see here. You can also place an unlimited amount of resources. On the Xbox you hit X and you have this sort of a new menu. And it basically has everything in it that you can use. So if I want, that's how I got all these diamond implements. I could go ahead and grab whatever I want. Grab some wood down there in my inventory. Take that from my hotbar, and I can just place it. And as you can see, I have an unlimited amount here. I can use as many as I want. So as you can imagine, that's great for building huge structures, elaborate levels. This is great for building adventure maps. And one of the funner features that was on the PC version that until now was absent from this Xbox version. Another thing you'll see that makes building much easier is the ability to finally fly. By basically double jumping, tapping jump twice, you can see my little guy up in the corner there, that indicates that I'm flying. I wasn't sure how this was going to work with the Xbox controller, but it works extremely well. If you hold jump down, you'll go up. Movement's basically the same as always with the stick. If you want to go down, you push the right stick in. Moving the left analog stick moves you around. Say I wanted to get over there quickly. Let me go back down to the ground and show you something real quick. If you want to exit this mode, just double tap A again. Come back down to the ground. They implemented running, which I had heard was going to be on the left analog stick, but they did it in a way that I didn't expect. Whereas you can push the button in, you still go into third-person mode, which is a weird choice, I think. But it's very similar to the PC. On the PC, if you hit like forward twice, you'll go into run. It's the same thing, which is a little weird on an analog stick. But you double tap up, and you go into run mode. So I can go much faster. So here's my walk, here's my run. And you can see the perspective changes a little bit, as if you were just, running at breakneck speeds or something. So let's go back into flying. If I'm up here and I want to zip across the level, I double tap and away we go. A pretty neat feature. Another addition, this here is they call it an NPC village. As of yet, I do not believe there are NPCs. In the PC version, they were called testificates. They were these odd mongoloid walrus people, and they inhabited these villages. But these structures spawned when I spawned the world. I did not create any of this, save a few items over there just to show you. So these are kind of cool. It gives a little more depth to the exploring now. You can actually stumble upon things. And these, if you spawn near them, make great first night shelters. Very similar to what's in the tutorial world, which they did extensively overhaul, so that is something you should definitely check out. One thing that I probably won't show in this, they have added ravines and dungeons and strongholds. And basically, like dungeons and strongholds, they'll have spawners for monsters, there's treasure chests. It adds to the adventure level of it. I know there is I guess it would be a stronghold, or there was some sort of structure like that I saw in the new tutorial world, but I haven't explored that too much. Minor details, if you watch this chest very quickly, you'll see it start to open. And that's one of the just little details they added in this. While we're here, I might as well show you some of these things. Apparently pumpkin seeds have been added. Apparently they weren't here before. There are also melon seeds, which I would assume if the pumpkin seeds were not in this game before, they probably weren't, the melons weren't either. We now have steak. So I'm assuming cows will drop both leather and steak now. We've got chicken, rotten flesh. Zombies will now drop rotten flesh. You can eat rotten flesh, but we'll find out. We'll see how it works out. Let me grab that, stick that in my inventory. We've got apples. Golden apples are a more powerful food for regenerating health. And then we have the melon slice, which, if melons were in here before, I'm an idiot and just ignore me on the melon stuff. They have added brick slabs and stairs, stone slabs and stairs. This kind of mossy stone, if you're underground and you come across this mossy stone, that is a dungeon. That means there's going to be a monster spawner in there and usually a treasure chest. These two stones, this is the new, there's an enemy in the PC version called a silverfish, and it's what it sounds like. It is a silverfish, but they spawn when you break silverfish rocks or blocks, and these two are those. I'll show you. We'll load this up in survival mode and I'll show you that. This is a sponge, and that is apparently only available in creative mode. I mean, if I load this world up in survival, it'll be there, but you can't, it's not naturally occurring in survival maps, or survival modes. This is a jukebox. And obviously what a jukebox does is it plays records. So we go up, drop that in, tells you now we're playing blocks. And there are 12 of these right now, and I believe you can actually find all of them in the tutorial world, kind of hidden around, so nice little Easter egg to find. We have iron bars, and you'll see these in a lot. If you've seen any Let's Plays of adventure maps or anything on current PC versions, you'll see these all the time. We now have glass panes. Glass blocks are used to craft glass panes, and they're more efficient as far as resources. They're thinner, so they give kind of an interesting look. They'll halfway recess on the block, but I don't know the exact number, but you get quite a few of these out of the number of glass blocks you use. Cobwebs are now here. They'll slow you down, kind of entrap you. And we finally got a fence gate, instead of having to use doors or whatever other strange tactics we were using. So seeing that it's nightfall now, I'm going to go back in here. Actually, let me see. As I mentioned, there are silverfish now. And as with the webs may have indicated over there, they added cave spiders. So if you're down in caves, in dungeons, whatnot, you can find cave spiders, and I believe they're more aggressive. And don't quote me, but I believe in the PC version they could poison you. We're going to fly around for a little bit. They also added Endermen finally, which is probably my favorite enemy in the entire game. They're very cool. They add a weird tension to it. If you're not familiar with Endermen, they're tall, skinny guys, black guys. I'm not profane or nothing. But they... Why is there a creeper on my house? That's not right. Let's see, we got spiders. The Endermen they're tall, skinny guys, and if you look at them, that will basically aggro them, and they will come after you, and they can wail away on you. You can generally spot them from a distance. When you're flying around like this, it does take a little while to load chunks, so you may have to slow down a little bit. They have purple glowing eyes, so that's what I'm looking for right now. Well, I don't want to waste too much more time. Come down here. Skeletons now have full-size bows, which apparently they had midget bows before. I don't know. There we go, right there. Get up there. This guy right here, that is an Enderman. You look at him, it enrages them, and they want to kill you. At least in the PC version. And these guys can teleport. No telling where he went. Okay, let's clear some of this out. There is no health or anything in creative mode, so you don't have to worry about being killed. This here is an Ender Pearl. Those only drop from Endermen. I'm not sure that they do anything in this update, but in later releases, they allowed you to get to the end, which was allowed you to kill a dragon and beat the game. But That's kind of beside the point. Okay. Now that we've killed some of that stuff, let's just hop back in here. I'm going to go ahead and exit out. When you start up a world in creative mode, it does disable all excuse me. It doesn't disable all achievements and any of that stuff, so you can't be cheating. You can't get on the leaderboards from doing that. And I believe it's still disabled even if you load it up in survival. So while it makes cool maps, you're not going to get any of the achievements on them. Let's go ahead and turn it back to day. Whoa! He says otherwise. See, here's the rotten flesh. The little bar to the right of my health, that is my hunger bar. While it is full like that, you can regenerate health. So I can go get hurt as much as I want, and it's not going to kill me. Let's see. If I could take some fall damage, I could show you this. Here we go. We'll go over here and get reamed by this. It's a pack of Endermen. Couldn't find them a minute ago, and now they're everywhere. Okay, now if we get out of here. One note on Endermen, they do not like water. That is their weakness. If you can get them in water, they'll basically teleport away or they'll die, I believe. But if you saw that, my health regenerated because I have a full bar. Whoa! Teleported. I don't know if you noticed, the pig now has a 3D snout. Minor detail. But if, as I run around and I jump and I fight and whatnot, my hunger bar will go down. As that goes down, it removes my ability to regenerate health. Eventually, you'll reach a point to where you'll just start taking hits, and you won't know why. Whoa, Spider-Man! He woke me up. And you won't know why you're taking hits. The reason is you're starving. If you're starving, it'll drop you down. It won't kill you, but it will take you down to... It's like a half a heart or something. So you definitely want to keep... Goodness gracious. You definitely want to keep eating. And that's how you regenerate health. You eat some food. Must have been up here. Let's see if we can try this again for the 99th time. We've got 99 problems, and apparently a spider is one. Okay, let's try this again. And if you find these NPC villages, some of them spawn in the weirdest shapes and locations. They'll be halfway out of a mountain. I mean, just really weird stuff. You can see from all that stuff I did, my hunger bar's down a little bit. So now if I take damage, I don't regenerate. So I could eat an apple. You basically just hold down the left trigger and let you do that. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the silverfish real quick. Apparently didn't work. There's the silverfish. These guys are a real pain if you're in a cave and you know, or a dungeon or stronghold, whatever, and you hit that block and you're attacked by these things. It's definitely not fun when you have nowhere to go. Okay, and I guess they've done some changes to the way pumpkins grow, so pumpkins will grow quicker. They're easier if anybody is doing pumpkin gardens. I didn't even know you could grow them in this. Apparently you can. If you attack passive mobs, which this will probably kill him, they're more likely to run away, supposedly. They still seem as stupid as ever to me. Mining speed has changed. Well, since I only have diamond, I can pretty much mow through anything. But things like redstone used to take forever. This has made it a little quicker. You can grow sugarcane on sand now. As I said, chests open and close. If you place leaves, you can use your shears to collect leaves, and if you place those do not decay now. So anybody who's seen Rooster Teeth's Wipeout course in Minecraft, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I don't know. We'll see. You can collect tall grass, like you could collect this grass with shears, place it back down. There is also a level option for when you load up levels or creative mode. It's called Super Flat. Basically, this would all be one big flat field, and it would be pretty much down at bedrock. And what that allows you to do is to build huge structures in the world. That's primarily what it's for. A couple other things I wanted to show you that I forgot in creative, so I'm going to jump back real quick. While this is doing that, they did add some anti-griefing measures so that, you know, people coming into your server, you can choose to trust them or not, which basically gives them privileges to destroy blocks, place things. You can turn PvP off if you don't want to be able to be hurt by other players. Let's load this up real quick. You can turn off TNT. You can also change whether or not fire will spread. So that, if you put a ton of time into a world and you've got a buddy who comes in and he just wants to be a prick that day, this definitely helps. Can also, let's see if this will work. This may not work in this version. Maybe not this version. That's probably not what I mean. You can't turn clouds off. That's another option they added. But the host of a game, you can make yourself invisible now, and you can give yourself some additional privileges. That way, if you want to do recording of a session or anything like that, you have some additional things you can do. Okay, last things I want to show you, if I can get up in the air, they added new biomes. So they basically changed oceans. So now the bottom has clay, sand, and dirt, and that was done to increase the amount of clay you could find. Clay was somewhat scarce before. We've got more mountains. The one that I like is the swamp. Let's come down here. Which adds these vines. And maybe not. Oh. You typically can climb vines. I don't know if it works that way in this version, but you typically can climb them. And there are also rivers. You can kind of see. Let's see if I can get up in the air. There we go. Like the movie says, a river runs through it. Right here. You can see that now rivers will go through and between different biomes. So you can take a nice little lazy river rafting trip. If only you could craft a keg or, you know, a couple pints, you would be set. Never be able to find your way home, but that would... You probably wouldn't care at that point. Here's some more of those. The mountains render a little strange, so they're definitely fun to explore. And this is kind of a cool mode if you want to go exploring some caves or whatever. Okay, well I think that covers most of the things. I'm sure I missed something, but I may do a follow-up. If you guys want to see a Let's Play on this, or you just want to see some build videos or anything, let me know. Leave a like for this video. If you'd like to see more from my channel in general, please click down to subscribe. And until next time, I'm Roots. Thanks for watching.